An interview for a lateral position a few weeks ago at a big law firm. I have not heard back. What is the best way to follow up without seeming desperate? Should I wait until I have another job offer and tell them they are my first choice? I also did not ask, I also was not asked for references. Should I follow up with information? So really the follow up is can a lot of times firms won't, big firms or will not, big firms. So what's going on? Let's talk about that. So what's going on? This is something that people should understand. Gone when you do not hear from a firm, hear from a firm after an interview. So what does that mean? So it could mean a lot of things. Made another offer, waiting, which is happens a lot of the time. It means no one has met to discuss you or no approval for hiring you. It can mean that still interviewing people. It could mean business is slow and waiting to see if it picks up. So who knows? It could be a bunch of things. And so it's nothing that you can really be too concerned about when you don't hear from someone after an interview. That's just what's going on. So you need to be very careful about how you follow up and because you don't really know what's going on. So what do you do? What's the best way to follow up? You can say people that follow up, you don't want to appear desperate, but at the same time, you want to make sure that the law firm knows that you are interested in them still. So what would a follow up look like if you want to do that? So follow up might be along the lines of, I just wanted to drop you a short note. I'm just telling you what I would do. If you really want to drop you a short note to tell you how much I enjoyed speaking with you. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Understand maybe moving. I don't know. Maybe I understand you may have not made this news and but hope, but I don't know. Something along it's something very short, that's all I'm saying. I just want to drive short how much enjoy me with you. Hoping for mutual and look forward to discussing or I don't know, to meeting with you in the future. I don't know, to speaking to look forward to learning more, hearing more, I don't know, to hearing back from you or something very short, and then you just sign your name. It doesn't have to be a long email. You can just send something like that, and that's probably enough if you want. But the idea is when someone's working for you, when you're trying to have someone hire you, you don't necessarily want to be you don't want to act desperate because they want to feel like they're doing the chase, like they're chasing you, like you're in demand. They have to get you now instead of in the future, all those sorts of things. So it's just imagine dating. Does it make sense to I don't know, if a woman meets a man and she likes him to send an email saying, I just wanted you to know how much I enjoyed meeting you. I guess you could do that. Would a man like that? He would probably think, no, whatever. I don't know. But you need to have a little bit of a chase going on here. So however you can maintain that is the best. But if someone's not getting back to you, I think you're better off interviewing with a place that really wants you and likes you and where you may be the first choice. So that's something to be quite aware of. That's important for there to be some sort of chase it's, that the firm's doing that you're a hot commodity and they're lucky to get you. Just like the whole example that I've given earlier is when you're trying to get hired by when you're an attorney, your job is to act like you're in front of, I don't know, but your job is to represent yourself and your client. So you want your client to be strong and you want to make your client look like the strongest person. So anytime that you're not looking, you don't look that way, then that's a problem. I think this is a very good question because I'm just trying to think. I want to give you the best answer to this. And I want to tell you about some experiences that I've had with people that are very good at that. So I've interviewed some very strong people to work with me before that essentially the kind of people that were so good that they would come in and act like they wanted to be my partner and could achieve that. And those sorts of people, somehow, I don't know how they did it, but they came in and they established a dialogue with me right away where I was comfortable taking calls with them, where from them and so I don't know, a young associate can do that with a law firm, but the more you're able to connect and get on a personal basis with someone somehow, or with the recruiting personnel or whatever, then the better off you're going to be. But if you start looking desperate, then that's going to hurt you. But having a connection where you look like you have lots of options and you'd like to is important. So I hope that answers things. But I can just tell you that some of the most powerful or strongest people I've ever interviewed were able to establish a dialogue with me, call me on the phone, it was perfectly fine, and all that sort of stuff. So I just, if you can do it, that's amazing. But most people can't. And I've seen, by the way, I've seen very talented associates be able to do the same thing with a law firm. Like they come in and they're just like, they talk about all the value they can provide, they connect with a partner, they look like they're gonna, and then somehow they're on this dialogue. Now most people aren't. But if you get to that stage, then that's the way to follow up. Is what, as a big boy, I guess is a good way to put it, instead of, or big girl, instead of, I don't know. I hope that's a good answer. It gives you a little bit of detail about how it's done.